Good evening. Welcome back. Tonight we have a very special beer called the Grantler Hell with an angry looking German on the front. I hope that this beer is not supposed to make me angry. Beer usually does not do that, have that effect upon me. So you know, this is the day one beer from the Costco's beer Advent calendar, the Brewer's Advent Calendar. It contains one beer per day, um, German beers in cans. Today's beer is the Grantler Hell. It says a grumpy German Helles on the bottom there. So, and then also, I bought this tonight, the Ilchester British Cheese Advent Calendar from Sam's. So we're going to have a bite of cheese and drink a beer and talk about the things that interest us. So let's crack this open. I have my propaganda report coaster. See if I can get this in frame. There we go. So this is a pale golden color, typical for the style, the Helles style. A little cloudy, it's fine. Let's taste this. Ooh, that is really full. All right, so it's a pretty refreshing beer. It's got kind of a citrusy note to it. It's got that sort of, I don't know, there's just this, I don't want to, I mean, it's kind of like a lemon. I don't know. I want to say chalky, but it's not chalky. Anyway, I'll pour the rest of this in here. Set this aside. And let's crack open this box here. Perhaps the cheese will give me some inspiration. Here we go. There's a there's a little zipper opening on the side here. And voila. Let's find day one. Where's day one? I guess the point of an advent calendar is finding the day. So here we go. Way up here in the corner. Oh, haha! And it's got jokes. It's got jokes on the back. All right, here's the joke. What cheese rules the world? This one should be easy for my fellow conspiracy theorists who are watching this. What cheese rules the world? The answer is the Hallominati. Ha ha ha, I don't get it. Is there a type of cheese called a halloum, maybe? I mean, it's right there. You can read it. It's the Hallominati is the answer. Okay. Let's see what cheese they gave us on day one. Oh, the classic cheddar. Come on, you can't do better than that. Cheddar's the greatest. Well, I'll tell you what, cheddar's great, but I probably said this before, that my all-time favorite cheese is smoked Gouda, but I love smoked cheeses. Okay, this is just regular cheddar though. It's like a white cheddar. Smells cheddary. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, this is it's just a cheddar. I don't know how to describe it. Either you've eaten cheddar before or you haven't. This tastes like cheddar. It's not super sharp. I mean, it's definitely a quality cheese. I've never seen Ilchester cheeses outside of these Advent calendars. So I can't really attest to their widespread use and quality, but these little cheeses they have in the calendar here are very tasty. Usually the one I can't eat is gonna be the spicy. It's just called spicy, but I don't see that on here. I see a couple different ones. There's a well, you know what? I'm not going to give it away. Maybe you can read some of the names on the back here, but spicy is not one of them. I'm looking forward to some of these I've not seen before, so it'll definitely be an experience. I don't know about you, but beer is one of my favorite drinks. Cheese is one of my favorite foods. I don't know how you do. I mean, apart from maybe the addition of a loaf of rye bread or something, some hearty loaf of bread. I don't know how you improve this experience here. Well, okay. I can think of a few ways to improve any experience, but you know, beer and cheese, you can't go wrong. And I've got the Rolling Stones in my head. For some reason, I don't know. I haven't. Maybe I heard it on the radio or something this evening, but I got Under My Thumb in my head. It's a good song. Great song. Great band. One of my favorites. They they aren't at the top of my list. If we want to talk about music, they aren't at the top of my list because that spot's held by Led Zeppelin and the Beatles because their catalog is just outstanding. You can't do better than that. Every song on every album is a hit in my mind. I could listen to any Beatles or Led Zeppelin album front to back and that's it, I'm one of those people that will just sit and listen to music sometimes. There's a lot of people out there that don't do that. They don't have the capacity to just sit and listen to music for whatever reason. I don't understand it. But those two bands, Beatles and Led Zeppelin, they're just the tits. But Rolling Stones are really good. They've just got so much good music, but it's not focused. That's the problem with them for me. They've got such a huge catalog spanning decades, but I can't I can't pinpoint a single album that is completely full of songs that are just bangtastic. I could sit and listen to a Stones album for sure, but I won't be as immersed in the sound as I would with a Beatles or a Zeppelin album. But I love so much of the Stones music. It's ridiculous. I'm sure there are people out there that will disagree with me. That's always amazed me. There are people out there who didn't get the Beatles. This the Beatles just overlooked them somehow. Their music went right past them. I I can't fathom that, but I understand it. Sure, it's everybody's different. You're gonna have your favorite bands, and that's gonna be the band that you want to listen to. And I can't change your mind, no matter how many great tracks I put out there and say, "Ooh, listen to this one," and listen to this one. Isn't this one great? You're gonna listen to it and say, "Ah, okay, yeah, whatever," and then you'll move on, and you'll go back to your Taylor Swifts and your, I don't know, Steely Dan or whatever the hell people listen to. There is some shitty music out there these days. And I mean, it's, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'm just a grumpy old man. Maybe I'm just grumpy because I'm drinking grumpy hell beer. But you don't, when I see something that I enjoy, some piece of art, maybe a movie or a music or something, maybe it was a good book or a passage or a poem, I will sit and I will look that up. I will look up the history of that thing, and I will find out that it goes back decades or in some cases hundreds of years. Maybe it's from an old book. Maybe it's a remake of a movie that came out in the 20s. I will sit down, I'll go back and watch that old movie. I'll watch the original because I will want to have in my mind that frame of reference, and I will appreciate it. And a lot of times the originals are going to be way better than the remakes. Even if you thought the remake was fantastic, the originals are going to be even better. And I respect that. And I want to be in there. I want my brain to be in there. But the kids these days, they don't appreciate things like that. They got their old town country roads going on, and they've got their slapping music, whatever they want to call it. And they don't care. They don't care what came before. They don't even know that there was anything before. Anyway, that's just an old argument against millennials, but I think it probably applies to the Gen Zs, the Zoomers also. Anyway, it's after midnight, so I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys at the next one. Good drinkable beer, very tasty cheese. See you later.